ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network. ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Hello and welcome to Niger Delta Today, a program that brings you updates of happenings and goings on within the Niger Delta. Of course, we crisscross the lengths and breadths of this region, bringing you up to speed with activities and events of interest to humans around here and, of course, Nigerians in general. I am not alone on today's program. Of course, I'm being joined with my co-host.
I'm Sifano Deya. Welcome to the program. And of course, you can watch us on StarTimes, channel 140, and on DSTV, channel 258.
Sifano, you're looking terrific.
Thank you, terrific.
Good to have you on the program. Well, today on the program, as Akwa Ibom turns 37 in a matter of days, we will examine the significance of this stride to the Omoino Rise agenda, with special focus on efforts by the current administration at ensuring implementation of policies of government. And the local government polls in Akwa Ibom State is also a few weeks away. What are the stakes, the concerns and commitments of the big players in this one? Are the parties involved willing to commit to a credible electoral process? We will seek some answers to this. Of course, also up for discourse is the kickoff of the $550 million or better upstream gas project in Rivers State, announced by the presidency. We'll be looking at what is the implication of this to Nigeria's energy sector. Could it be that we are staring at another white elephant project in the face, where with spots plenty devils in the details? Or is this a welcome development that will accrue commensurate benefits for Nigerians?
Well, and still from the energy sector, we'll also examine the continued bottlenecks continually hampering the effective implementation of stipulations of the Petroleum Industry Act, especially in relation to host communities development trust. And also in the course of the program, we will bring you updates from the flag up of the APC local government elections campaign taking place in Ikore, Benin.
Well, what are the updates from Edo as the countdown to the Guber poll shrinks to just barely 3 days? Of course, we'll keep you abreast of happenings there. It's a packed show today, as usual, so stick with us. Let's serve you with all the details. Do stay tuned. Right after this break, we'll delve into all of this and more.
Welcome to the Niger Delta, a region of incredible beauty and stark contrast. From its breathtaking landscapes to its rich cultural heritage, this is a place where history and modernity collide. But beneath this serene surface lies a story of struggle and resilience. The Niger Delta is the lifeblood of Nigeria's economy, home to vast oil reserves that fuel the nation, yet it is a land where the people fight for their share of the wealth. Join us on the program Niger Delta Today as we explore the heart of the Niger Delta, discover the vibrant cultures, the struggles for environmental justice, and the stories of the people who call this place home. This is the Niger Delta, a land of contrast, a story of resilience, a journey of hope. Don't miss our exclusive series, Niger Delta Today, every day at 12 noon, only on ADBN TV. Witness the untold stories, experience the journey, be part of the change.
It is Groovy Mono, aka the Steez Prince.
Yo, what's up? It's Big Shags. I'm in London.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Jekoko. My name is Mutale Mwanza, the Queen of Zambian Media.
My name is Grand Prince Aita. Hi guys, my name is Baj Adebule. I'm an actor and a filmer.
Hello guys, I'm Falagade Banks.
My name is Kelechi Amadiobi, photographer, storyteller.
My name is Lanradi Dura. I'm an actor.
My name is Chidi Mokime.
Hi, my name is Uche Uba.
It's TV season.
I'm Miss Thames.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas. I am Jimmy. You can call me the Entertainer.
My name is Essie Odometa. I am an actor and a film producer.
My name is Saviku Vala.
Hi. My name is Julius the Genius. I would give a shout out to ADBN.
Big shout out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN.
And you are watching.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
And this is ADBN TV.
And this is a shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching, don't switch the dial. Shout out to ADBN. Keep watching, love.
And you are watching ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. I've got one thing for you. Make sure you keep watching ADBN TV.
And shout out
to ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. Don't touch the dial.
And you're watching
ADBN TV. Keep watching ADBN TV.
And I'm shouting out to ADBN TV.
They're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV. This is where to be. And you're watching ADBN.
A shout out to
ADBN TV.
And shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching.
And you're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
Right now, you are checking out ADBN TV. One time.
ADBN. Keep watching. I love you and kisses.
Keep watching ADBN.
And a special shout out to ADBN. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Please don't touch that dial.
Stay groovy.
Hey, Bobby.
Ha! It's a shout out to ADBN.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Step into the heartbeat of the world where news meets real talk. From breakthroughs in diplomacy to humanitarian challenges and scientific milestones, Global Digest takes you beyond the headlines and straight to the heart of the matter. I am Amma Marcus. Be a part of the world unfolding stories at 3 p.m. on ADBN, channel 258 on DSTV, and Star Times, channel 140. Global Digest, your window to the world's current affairs, only on Advocate Broadcasting Network.
No matter wetin I see, enough fit make mouth heavy to talk am. That's now why people dey talk.
You know wetin dey worry you, but you no go fit take help yourself.
In this kind of situation now, what if they really no talk to una? Wetin be the way forward?
They go bury our chairman on Thursday. We go remain here.
Make we talk good where we dey see good, and where we know say we no dey see good, make we also dey talk am.
No woman, no mother deserve to know the grave of his child.
The bank manager and the bank executive, they are the one the government should first pay.
People They Talk, the show on Monday to Friday by 5 p.m. on top ADBN TV.
Welcome back. It's still Niger Delta today. Well, Akwa Ibom will be 37 on the 23rd of September 2024, and the celebration seems to be shaping up significantly as it coincides with the upcoming local government electioneering process happening in a matter of few weeks from now in the state. And with these many activities in the state, one factor stands out, which is that the current administration of Pastor Moino will still be reminded of his dual, if not triple role of administrator of the state resources and programs, while maintaining a balance in its political goals such that there are no visible lapses in governance and politicking. The implementation of the Rise Agenda Blueprint is also a big conversation on the lips of Akwa Ibomite. How has it been so far navigating the unstable waters of leadership in an entity as diverse as Akwa Ibom, comprising different ethnic groups, quarters, and strata of the society. Well, to drive these points home, we will be joined on Niger Delta today by the SSA to the Governor Moino on research and documentation, Dr. Siendrese. Dr. Siendrese, you are welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Welcome, Dr. Etienne.
Glad to be here in the Niger Delta on TV.
Absolutely. It's good to have you on the program. There's a lot of excitement in the air in Akwa Ibom at this time, not just because we're having the local government polls, but also majorly because the celebration of the state's anniversary is just at the corner. And people are wondering how significant this is as when you compare it to the Arise agenda of the governor and what he has been up and about doing so far since he took over the helm of affairs.
I think that's more or less like singing to the choir. I'm trying to recount what the governor of Akwa Ibom State has done, which makes it imperative that we have no choice than to celebrate Akwa Ibom State. And of course, you also know that Akwa Ibom State turning 37, that's a milestone. It's a milestone at 37. A child of 37 is no longer a child; is an adult who is expected to be doing well on his own. And in Akwa Ibom State, we've been so lucky from the beginning of from the inception of this state, from statehood in 1987. We've been blessed with great leaders from the time of Tunde Ogbeha to Colonel Abe to Innocent Kanga to Colonel Yakubu Bako, Okekwane Semen Bako, then Deusi, Ebiye, Victor Ta, Goswila Pabio, Dom Emmanuel, and now currently Pasomo Eno. All of them living significant milestones of leadership, and that's why we've seen the state being celebrated as one of the best in the country in terms of infrastructure, in terms of investment opportunities, and of course the people of Akwa Ibom State themselves, very peaceful people, very hospitable, and of course accommodating. That is why we have so many investments. I just came from somewhere. I've seen one massive investment. A former governor of another state came to this state doing all of that. That's because of how much this state is so fertile for investment. And under Governor Moino, that is even finding more verve, because this governor is ensuring that the security we've been enjoying is even upped. So if we had peace, then what we're having now is peace rest of part 2. For example, under Dom Emmanuel, we had peace. The state, in fact, peace became a tangible commodity where people could even reach out and touch as an asset that the government left. And then under Moino, we now even had a ministry. We now have a Ministry of Internal Security and Waterways, which means that what we had before is even doubled. And so the whole state, you go to each local government area in Akwa Ibom State, 31 local government areas, as a matter of fact, projects of various kinds, dotting the landscape. And in this case, the people are even the ones that nominate the projects for their localities. So you go to, is it Mbo, is it Refonruko, is it Ikono, is it Itu, is it Oborokara? One of Oborokara, the project was commissioned, a massive road and bridge project. Another one was flagged up at the same time. So all over the state, Akwa Ibom State has become one huge construction site where government is making imprints in the hands of people. And then I talk about human capacity development. This governor has adopted a model known as a bottom-to-top approach in leadership, where those who you consider outsiders in government, those you consider don't have a leg in government, those you feel may not have someone to talk for them, speak for them, may not have the ears of the governor. They're the ones the governor is prioritizing. That's why he is, embarking on, as we speak right now, currently the second phase of free food to people, in line with the condition of how the country is at this point in time. For those who are working, it's tough. Then how much more those who don't even have a source of livelihood? Mm-hmm. So the governor is going around giving each local government area as per the social register, because it was a necessary component, of the World Bank, that every state, every subnational must have a social register where all of the vulnerables in the state are registered. And Akwa Ibom State has a list, a register that has all of those names. So everyone on that register is entitled to free food, rice, beans, garri. Those are the essential food items that anybody will need to survive. And currently, that program, the second phase, started on Monday. On Monday, they were in Ibesibo local government area, and yesterday they were at Etuekbo local government area. And you saw the people coming out, getting their food items, both hands, and then smiling back home. These were people that this is very unprecedented. It's novel. It's not happening in any part of the country before, and this is just starting in Akwa Ibom State. And you look at the area of shelter. After food, what else does a human being need? Shelter, accommodation under the Maslow law, of human needs. And the governor is going around making sure that those who live before now in uninhabitable places now have accommodations provided by the governor free for them.
All right, Dr.
And so that is what we are seeing in Akwa Ibom. So that's why I say that the people of Akwa Ibom State have more than enough reasons to celebrate that, yes, they have a state of their own that is quite different from other states. What we are obtaining here in this state is not applicable in other parts of the country.
All right, Dr. Ndwese, you've outlined various achievements. Will you say, Akwa Ibom is known as the land of promise, that Akwa Ibom is and is land of promise?
Yes, not just the land of promise, but the land where those promises are being kept, where the promises are fulfilled, where the government actually speaks and does what it set out to do, and where the people do not need to lobby to get favor from government. Yep. And look at the aspect of payment of gratuities. The government promised that he was going to make sure that gratuities become very important. Today, as we speak, more than 28 billion has been released by the governor since he became a governor for the purpose of offsetting backlogs of areas of gratuity for the senior citizens of the states, the retirees, and several others. So the governor is keeping his promises to the people, and even the ones he didn't promise, he's even going. For example, the compassionate homes I just mentioned, he never promised that. He didn't promise that he was going to appoint someone that will be an intermediary, a nexus between each locality and government. Now, you don't need to come from where you are to see the governor, to tell the governor what your people need. You just go to your ward, because the state has 368 wards, and each ward the governor appointed a personal aide that is resident in that community. And in appointing this aide, he didn't even appoint it himself. He asked the respective communities to nominate somebody and send to him. So that was what was done. And so those people now know that if there is maybe there's a flood issue in their locality, they can just go to their ward personal assistant to the governor and say, our ward excellency, please tell the big excellency that this is what we need right now. And that will be, and all of them were provided with a one-stop digital device that can connect them with the governor instantly. They all have iPads that are highly functional, where anything they want to send to the governor, they send in real time, in video, a picture, and of course a message. So Dr. Isian, it's a very effective process that we have here, and the people of Akwa Ibom still have enough reasons to celebrate.
Okay. We've looked at the milk of the administration of Governor Omoyeno so far. Let's now try to get into the meat. A lot of quarters have been.
I don't know how you categorize this one as fish and this one as meat.
Well, is that milk? Okay. But then let's go to the meat.
What are that? People are protein.
Yes, a lot of in as much as you would congratulate your principal of his achievements so far, there are still some quarters, pockets of disagreements here and there regarding the modus operandi of the current administration. For instance, take the just flagged off campaign for the local government polls. It was just at the corner. Some commentators, onlookers, are of the opinion that the governor did not really assume the role of consolidator, of headship of the state in terms of how he drummed support publicly for the PDP. And then they were having issues with how the governor would be able to balance his position as the chief security officer of the state, who is responsible for all Akwa Ibomites, and also a leader of the party, the PDP, in the state. Now, talking about the upcoming local government polls, do you think, or would you say categorically, that the governor is committed to a transparent process, a peaceful process that is all-encompassing? Thereby, we're going to see a situation where results that come in are seen to be free and fair.
Well, I simply don't see any issue with the process. The governor has clearly shown that he's a governor for all. In terms of how he's doling out dividends of democracy to people. He clearly makes it imperative that everybody in the Akwa Ibom State, he said it, that hunger does not know party. Whether you're in APC, you're in PDP, you're in YPP, or whatever follows your party nomenclature. He is making sure that the dividends are for everybody. When he was giving out the food items, he said, make sure that these food items goes to everybody respectable. And I have been to the field to see how these things are being administered. And everybody, some people even come with t-shirts of other political parties and get their own food items and go. That is the kind of governor we have. And then going back to the fact that, a governor is asking for support for his party. Yes, everyone must have where he belongs to. And in Akwa Ibom, we know from inception in 1999, Akwa Ibom has always been PDP. That's the umbrella that has provided this state with the good leadership we've seen. All of the good roads, the stadium complex, the airport, the massive road network, and the free education that we're enjoying are all products of the philosophy of the party that this state has adhered to over the years. And the governor came in into that structure, and he's even trying to raise the tempo of governance from what it was. So you cannot at this point expect him to come out and say, okay, I'm ashamed of the PDP. Yep. I mean, it's just not possible. Necessarily being ashamed. So now it's even time to now show that the PDP is the best party to be. And what is the wrong? If this party has been giving us the goodies that we have enjoyed, why would you now ask people to now leave the party? Of course, the most important thing that people should know, and it's a religion in the state, people must know that PDP is the only party that has given them what they are enjoying in the states. But there will be level playing field, sir. That moves us to the next issue, the issue of the umpire. Akise has conducted elections in Akwa Ibom State over the years. We've seen Akise conduct elections and other parties won in Akwa Ibom State. In the states, we've had, for example, in the local government area, or in the local government area, we've had an opposition in the local government area. We've had an opposition member becoming a chairman. We've had an opposition member becoming a chairman in a local government area. Chris Okorie, it was in APP, and he was the chairman of the local government area. And so we have had those kind of instances where opposition won election. But in this case now, we have seen that in Akwa Ibom State currently, the opposition members are even the ones drawing support for the governor of Akwa Ibom State. As a matter of fact, we've had someone who even took the governor to court.
All right, Doctor, let's look at
to say that, oh, governor, you are doing very well.
Yeah, let's look at the industrialization drive of the state government.
Sorry. Let me even respond to someone that made a comment the other day. He said, oh, the architect chairman is a PDP member. Now, those people forget that this same Anidi Koiwa, who is the architect chairman in the Akwa Ibom State, was once the INEC resident electoral commissioner. And when he was the electoral commissioner in Bauchi State, he was the umpire that conducted an election that saw to the defeat of a PDP candidate and had an APP candidate as a governor. He was the umpire that made Adam Shomole a governor in Edo State under the APC. He was the umpire that made another party to win in Imo State, Rochas Okorocha. So, I mean, it's so funny that people will now come and say, oh, this man is a PDP. So when he was doing all of this, was he not a PDP member? So it's just the normal fear of defeat, impending defeat, that an opposition member would always voice.
Let's take a look at the industrialization drive of the state government. There are many that believe that the industrialization drive in the state, it appears to be wobbling. What do you have to say about this?
In what aspect, please?
Many industries have come up, and it's like a lot of them have crashed. Okay. So there are many that are saying that, okay, the last administration came and set up some industries that appears not to be functioning, some of them, not all.
For instance, the hatchery.
Yeah.
Not just the hatchery, even the syringe
factory.
Okay, so the issue is not peculiar to Akwa Ibom State. When an industry comes up, it has a timeline, to consolidate and even stand on its own and begin to do business. When these industries were conceptualized and established, they were benchmarks. Okay. They were exchange rates. In fact, as of 2015, when Mr. Emmanuel came into office, we know that exchange rates per dollar was about 220 naira to dollar, 180 to 220. And that was the indices these people came in. They were investors. Those are investors to do business. And at some point, we had 500, 700, and as we speak right now, it's 1,600 naira to a dollar. So when you have that kind of forex crisis, in the country, then those who are doing business that has to do with importing will have challenges. So it's not limited to Akwa Ibom State. You've seen you've seen so many like Glasgow, all those big companies, Unilever in Nigeria that have been in the country for over 10, 20, 30, 50 years. They are leaving the country because of the. So what we should do is to find a way. I pray that the economic reforms that the federal government is bringing to the table will work so that we have businesses that will now thrive. Because if someone comes to the country and finds that it's more difficult to do business here, he will find somewhere else he can go do that business and make profit. Because the essence of business is to make profit, not necessarily charity. If it was government, if those places were government owned, government will find a way. Because government is there to provide for the welfare, the well-being of the people. Government will find a way to fund that business so that people continue to get benefit. But the private investor will always look for the best offer where he can make profit for his business.
All right, Dr. Sian, as we begin to wind down this conversation.
But you have not said the same of Ibom Air, which is actually thriving.
I know, it's actually thriving. I give it to you.
Well, let's dock with, over the weekend, the governor had announced that there is going to be a check mechanism put in place in ensuring that government projects are tracked, the developments that the government is planning for the people of Akwa Ibom State are properly followed to ensure accountability and that they are actually brought to bear for the Akwa Ibom people. Do you think that this is going to go a long way in addressing some of the loopholes or areas of development that may have been lagging behind? How would this be effective, especially in terms of project monitoring?
Yes, the issue is the fact that the governor has always said from inception of his administration that he was going to make sure he is accountable, for every dime of Akwa Ibom money spent. He wants to be accountable to God. He wants to be accountable to the people who elected him. And so his priority is to ensure that the mechanism of state is strengthened at all times so that the funds that are expended would be seen to be put to judicious use. And over the weekend, he did say that he was going to establish a unit in his office that will be going around to ensure that the deliverables are, implemented as and when due. And that is, for me, a plus. Because already in his office, he has a project monitoring team. Now he wants the one that will make sure that the promises he makes, the projects he flags off, those who are doing those projects meet the timeline set. And that is the role of the executive advisors that he wants to appoint. And that is not to say that there's lacuna, but he wants to strengthen the machinery of government. And that for me is a plus. And then there's a comment he made over the weekend also that people have, I think I've heard people trending it all over. The government says he doesn't trust people and so on. And that is, of course, it's not different from what he's been saying from the first day he assumed office. He said that he was not going to be a governor that will sit down in an armchair in the office and then treat files, treat memos, and listen to and get feedbacks from people who just come to him. He's a governor that will do it from the front. He will go around to monitor. So if you come and tell him, "Oh, I have done the project, I've finished the project," you said, "or I'm doing the project," he will not wait. So he wouldn't rely on you 100% on that. He was going to go out and verify those things himself. That is how to be accountable to the people. And that he has done. He said it, in fact, I remember when he went to the CKS, and people say, it's almost going every day. And he say, yes, that is why I am a governor. Because I want to be sure that exactly what I want, the vision I have, is what is being transmitted. So if the governor is doing that, I think people should, rather than criticize him for doing that, they should actually celebrate him, because that's a governor that is ready to make sure that his vision for the people of Akwa Ibom State is realized to the fullest.
All right, Dr. Esiandwe, so as I say to the governor on research and documentation, thank you very much for featuring on Niger Delta today. We really appreciate that you were able to come on the program.
Yes, a pleasure.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Well, when we return, a lot of updates are trailing the Edo polls coming up on Saturday. We'll be bringing you all of that detail and much more from the energy sector. Do stay tuned. Niger Delta continues.
Into the heartbeat of the world, where news meets real talk. From breakthroughs in diplomacy to humanitarian challenges and scientific milestones, Global Dialogue Digest takes you beyond the headlines and straight to the heart of the matter. I am Amma Marcus. Be a part of the world unfolding stories at 3 p.m. on ADBN, channel 258 on DSTV, and Star Times, channel 140. Global Digest, your window to the world's current affairs, only on Advocate Broadcasting Network.
It is Groovy Mono, aka the Steve Prince.
Yo, what's up? It's Big Shags. I'm in London.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Jekoko. My name is Mutale Mwanza, the Queen of Zambian Media.
My name is Grand Friends I Tech. Hi guys, my name is Baj Adebule. I'm an actor and a filmer.
Hello guys, I'm Falagade Banks.
My name is Kelechi Amadiobi, photographer, storyteller.
My name is Lanrade Dura. I'm an actor.
My name is Chidi Mokime.
Hi, my name is Ucheoba.
It's TV season.
I'm Miss Stems.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas. I am Jimmy. You can call me the entertainer.
My name is Essie Odometa. I am an actor and a film producer.
My name is Sobi Kubana.
Hi. My name is Julius the Genius. I would a shout out to ADBN.
Big shout out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN.
And you are watching.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
And this is ADBN TV.
And this is a shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching, don't switch the dial. Shout out to ADBN. Keep watching, love.
And you are watching ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. I've got one thing for you. Make sure you keep watching ADBN TV.
And shout out
to ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. Don't touch the dial.
And you're watching
ADBN TV. Keep watching ADBN TV.
And I'm shouting out to ADBN TV.
They're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV. This is where to be. And you're watching ADBN.
And shout out to
ADBN TV.
And shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching.
And you're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
Right now you are checking out ADBN TV. One time.
ADBN. Keep watching. I love you and kisses.
Keep watching ADBN.
And a special shout out to ADBN. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Please don't touch that dial.
Stay groovy.
Hey, Bobby.
It's a shout out to ADBN.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Welcome to the Niger Delta, a region of incredible beauty and stark contrast. From its breathtaking landscapes to its rich cultural heritage, this is a place where history and modernity collide. But beneath this serene surface lies a story of struggle and resilience. The Niger Delta is the lifeblood of Nigeria's economy, home to vast oil reserves that fuel the nation, yet it is a land where the people fight for their share of the wealth. Join us on the program Niger Delta Today as we explore the heart of the Niger Delta, discover the vibrant cultures, the struggles for environmental justice, and the stories of the people who call this place home. This is the Niger Delta, a land of contrast, a story of resilience, a journey of hope. Don't miss our exclusive series, Niger Delta Today, every day at 12 noon, only on ADBN TV. Witness the untold stories, experience the journey, be part of the change.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an evocative program that touches the core of our existence.
Welcome back. It's still Niger Delta today. Let's move straight to Edo State. With just 3 days to the polls in Edo, concerns still abound as to what is going to be the outcome of these outings, expected to be keenly contested by the various major players in the election. Now, the description of the electoral landscape and ambience in preparations to this political face-off is one that has given a sharp rise to permutations, forecasts, and concerns of whether the polls will be free and fair. Also, with the back and forth amongst the political actors who are brandishing allegations and counter-allegations as to who is planning what to scuttle the process, a lot of focus have been channeled to INEC as the ultimate point through which the outcome of this election will be determined. To lend some perspective as to the recent development in the state, as well as bring to the full ambience of the state as it heads to election day come Saturday, we are being joined in the studio by the organizational development consultant, Mr. Marvel Essien. Mr. Marvel, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Welcome, Mr. Essien. Thank you for joining Niger Delta today. Well, it's no longer news that we are just about barely 3 days away from the Edo polls, and a lot of reactions have trailed this particular poll. Of course, practical of what is expected during elections in Nigeria. We are once again having political gladiators going head to head against each other, trying to make a point, see who is going to outdo the other. What do you make of this temperature in Edo State, and what would be your candid say as regards these polls as we head into the elections on Saturday?
We would just look at it from three perspectives. Most importantly, the umpire, INEC, the institution that is responsible for this electoral process. This should be a learning platform for them, this off-season elections like this, as we are moving towards another general election in 2027. Then from the electorate side of it, you see that it is a time for decision making, and it is a time that the general atmosphere in Niger State, the political campaigns and the issues that are being raised should be something that should form the basis for their decision making in terms of whom to vote for. Then the other part is the politicians themselves and how they conduct the campaigns and go about the campaigns. Expectations are high in terms of the issues of violence that are being discussed, which shouldn't be part of our political language in this age and time, but we still find that coming into our political atmosphere. Now we have the election coming. It's just basically it's like a three-horse race, because just look at the APC, the PDP, and the Labour Party that are foremost in the race. And when you look at these three parties, I think the PDP had done their homework very well in terms of recognizing the need for zoning. You see, a region in Edo State that has that has produced barely an 18-month-old governor in the state, and you could say that zone has not had a governorship candidate for a very long time. Again, in the senatorial district, they went in to take a candidate from another area other than the area of the serving senator. That still gives advantage to them. Now, when you look at the power of incumbency that this candidate in the PDP is that of the incumbent governor, is being projected by the incumbent governor, you see the power of incumbency coming to play in this race. But beyond all that, you also look at the other candidates. Akpata, for example, comes from a majority environment that we were supposed to garner a lot of votes from his majority ethnic platform. But that may not be, because the popular thought of most people in Edo State is that the governor should come to the central senatorial district of Edo State. Okay. So that's the trend that we may see us looking at the advantage and disadvantage of most of these three people in the race.
All right, let's look at the issue of fuel hike. There are many that believe that these might affect the conduct of the polls. Are you also of that opinion in terms of voter pathos?
Certainly, when you restrict movement of people due to this economic challenge that we are witnessing, it could affect. And another thing that may affect the outcomes, the turnout of voters may be affected due to the high-level speculation of violence because of the PDP candidate refusal to sign the peace accord. You know, it would instill some kind of fear in the people about coming out to vote. So voters' apathy and all that may come to play in this election. But most importantly, we will still have people come out to vote because there are other inducements or motivation that may drive people to come out to vote. And no matter the number may not be a reflective of the true number it should be, but it's to still give the result for us to have winners and losers.
Well, talking about the credibility of these polls, a lot of lights have been beamed on INEC as the umpire responsible for prosecuting this particular election, and lending leaf from the experiences we've had with this particular umpire in previous elections conducted in the country. A lot of people would say that there's a lot left to be desired, especially as INEC in some ways have been accused of not being up and doing, especially when it has to do with fulfilling its promises with the electronic transmission of votes and all that. What would be your candid message to this umpire, the INEC, in ensuring that it plays its own part, so that when we begin talking about litigations and going to court to process or whatnot, we would not be blaming the INEC, but maybe other quarters, or not even having issues at all? We should get to that point where we don't have issues in elections. Your
question is very deep, because we want to talk about the challenges in Nigeria. One key of the challenges is our electoral system. We really need electoral reform. But beyond that, we have this, like I said earlier on, this should be a learning platform. We've had INEC conduct off-season elections several times to have learned. So one would be wondering what other nice ways can we speak to INEC about handling election process in Nigeria. This is a litmus test to 2027, because if they don't get it right this time, it will make voters to lose confidence completely about the upcoming election in 2027. So I just hope they can get it right by being as objective as possible, as being as neutral as possible, by being a good umpire in the Edo election. But as we are looking up to INEC, we should also look at the electorate as well. The turnout, people coming out to vote, people standing by their vote, people ensuring the right things are done is key, because you would not all the time blame an institution for all the failures that we are having. We should also, as citizens, perform our civic responsibility by ensuring that we do what needs to be done in a manner that at the end of the day we can say we chose the right leaders. In a conducive environment, because nobody wants to die, Mr. Yes, it's all our responsibility. It's a collective responsibility when it comes to these things. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Marvelous Yan, for featuring on Niger Delta today. We appreciate your perspectives on the program, and of course, as always, we always hope to have you some other time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Marvel. Thank you. Well, when we return, we'll bring you some reports from ABC flagging this campaign in the States, actually in Ikorekbene today, ahead of the local government polls. Also, some other issues from the energy sector, as we had told you earlier. Do stay tuned.
Groovy Mono, aka the Steve Prince.
Yo, what's up? It's Big Shags. I'm in London.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Jekoko. My name is Mutale Mwanza, the Queen of Zambian Media.
My name is Grand Friends iTech. Hi guys, my name is Baj Adibule. I'm an actor and a filmer.
Hello guys, I'm Falagade Banks. My name is Kelechi Amadiobi, photographer, storyteller.
My name is Lanradi Dura, I'm an actor.
My name is Chidi Mokime.
Hi, my name is Uche.
It's Tobe Season.
I'm Miss Thames.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas, I am Jimmy. You can call me the entertainer.
My name is Esio Dometa. I am an actor and a film producer.
My name is Sobi Kubala.
Hi. My name is Julius the Genius. I would give a shout out to ADBN.
Big shout out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN.
And you are watching.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
And this is ADBN TV.
And this is a shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching, don't switch the dial. Shout out to ADBN. Keep watching, love.
And you are watching ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. I've got one thing for you. Make sure you keep watching ADBN TV.
And shout out
to ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. Don't touch the dial.
And you're watching
ADBN TV. Keep watching ADBN TV.
And I'm shouting out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV. This is where to be. And you're watching ADBN.
A shout out to
ADBN TV.
And shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching.
And you're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
Right now, you are checking out ADBN TV. One time.
ADBN. Keep watching. I love you and kisses.
Keep watching ADBN.
And a special shout out to ADBN. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Please don't touch that dial.
Stay groovy.
Hey, Bobby.
It's a shout out to ADBN.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Many thanks for joining us again. Well, the federal government's recent efforts in non-associated gas development appears to be yielding positive outcome. We're talking about the $500 million deal. $550 million upstream Obeta gas project. The Obeta field, discovered in 1964, is located northwest of Port Harcourt, River State. A special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on energy, Olo Vehagen, disclosed the takeoff at an inaugural U.S.-Nigeria Strategic Energy Dialogue hosted by the U.S. State Department in Washington, D.C. Now, when operational, Vehagen is confident that the upstream gas project will deliver 350 million standard cubic feet of gas per day. Obeta is a low-emission and low-cost development leveraging on OML 58 existing gas processing facilities. The carbon intensity of the project will be further reduced through a 5 MW solar plant currently under construction at the Obeta site, and the electrification of the drilling rig. You would recall that the signing ceremony of the $550 million USD final investment decision FID on the Obeta field development project took place in Abuja in June. Let's show you a very short clip from the signing ceremony.
We have the full support of government to go in this direction, to the extent that we will secure these lives, the pipeline in the first instance, and every other intervention that is required to ensure that production comes to normalcy while we look.
Well, joining us to further expand the conversation on this issue, to what extent this impacts on the energy sector of Nigeria, is, of course, Mr. Oborworok. He is an energy expert who also has very concrete information and data as regards this particular sector. Mr. Oborworok, you're welcome on the program. I hope I did not do bad to your name.
No, you did well. You did well.
You're welcome on the program.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
Well, this seems to be quite a significant move by the presidency. I mean, for a very long time, we have dwelled on the issue of this sector being able to effectively reach its potentials and goals in the country, which would in turn impact on the lives of citizens and bring about the much needed economic advancements in the country. What do you make of this particular development?
Well, this is huge. Let's believe that it will come through properly. If it does, this is very huge. And you will not understand when you just look at those figures, except you come to understand what each household uses per day to run. We don't have the statistics for Nigeria, but I had to look at because the Americans have, the United States have statistics for each household use, which is just 196 cubic feet per day. That is what each household uses. So if each household uses 196 cubic feet per day, and we are producing 350 million cubic feet per day. That means we will need about 1,785,714 households per day. That should just blow your mind, because we don't even have this number of people using gas in Nigeria. And this will also push for a reduction in pricing. I tell you, what we are suffering now, if this project gets on stream and it does not go the Nigerian way, I don't have any apologies for saying that, because we have refineries that have been standing and they're not working. They were working and suddenly they went dead. So what gives us hope? Is there anything that this government can assure us? Because see, for me, this is mind-blowing. If this works, we are on a roller coaster to something that will ease the sufferings of Nigerians. I'm telling you. It will also help in reducing the depletion of our wood, the forests. For wood, because if this comes on stream and each household is able to get gas cheaper than going to harvest wood from the forest, you know that Nigeria is in for a good time in this axis. So listen to me, this is very, very big. This is good.
All right, there's also I understand that the project is designed to produce low emission. What's the significance of this?
No, the significance of that is that already we are saddled with the atmospheric issues on depletion of the ozone layer because of emission of high-level content of petroleum product into the atmosphere. So when this comes, in fact, that's why most countries, in fact, I must also commend Mr. President. You know, if you are aware, they've already opened about 70-something stations to convert cars to LPG. Okay? Yeah. If that happens, it is a win-win for the country. It's a win-win for the country. We will not need any support from the World Bank to now reduce what we are sending into the atmosphere. So this is really, really a win-win for us.
Okay.
It is.
Let's look at the foreign direct investment, how this will affect investment.
Now, you see, I believe that if this is properly structured for, it means that I don't know I tried to look at which I didn't see was whether it is a build, operate and transfer.
Okay.
How much is the federal government, but if it is such, it's also good because we are taking too many loans. That is also killing us. We have generations to come that will pay for loans that we are taking. So if we have inputs like this from foreign companies that we don't have to pay for, for example, this project pays for itself. This project will pay for itself. So this is a win-win for this government. We've talked about this government. For this, I tell you something, I put my thumbs up for Mr. President.
All right, Mr. Okporo-Worok, I just wish we had enough time to delve into this issue in more detailed format. But then there's this issue of host communities clamoring for an augmentation of their 3%. And then that is not just it. We also have reports that even this 3% is not effectively implemented, as there are some quarters who still haven't received some of these monies that are allocated to the host communities of oil-producing entities in the country. Now, the issues on ground is what must be done to ensure that there is effective implementation of the Petroleum Industry Act, which seems to be experiencing bottlenecks every now and then?
For me, what I'm going to say is this. 3% used to be sent to the states, and the governors decide what they do with this money, which is part of why sometimes it never went to the communities that actually produce this oil. I believe that the president should also do the similar thing he has done for local governments. He had to go to, I think, he had to go to the Senate to the National Assembly to bring out a bill that monies meant for the local governments should go to the local governments. Okay? Now, okay, you cannot rule out the rest of the states from this 3%, but I think there should be a particular amount that is statutorily designated for those communities which the state governments will not have access to them. But if you go back to the NMP, that's Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, they have done something. They have now created a body. Because see, another problem is that the communities now fight so much about these monies that while they are fighting, the state government is using the money. Yes. But what they have done now is that the NUPRC, what they have done is that they have now banked this money. In fact, they have like 200 billion right now, which is sitting down. Nobody's touching it. Before, these things went to the states, and the governors did what they liked with it. But now they've cornered that money, but you see that money is just sitting down. And somebody, one day, maybe one president will come up and they will take that money because people are fighting from the communities. Now, the problem we are going to have is that these communities must, they have created a trust fund.
Okay.
And then, apart from the trust fund, the regulatory body has now raised an alternative dispute resolution body. Okay, and they are trying to make the courts confirm that whatever judgment comes from those bodies will not need to go back to the regular courts.
Okay,
because the regular courts will keep these things for as long, and we know how uncorruptible our justice system is.
As sarcastic as that sounds.
Yes, we know how uncorruptible, like a senator told us how he settled the issue of some people in his bedroom with the wife.
Well,
so if they are able to take this thing out of the regular court, and get the community to be able to resolve these things by themselves, that is when these monies will be useful to the communities.
All right.
Otherwise, we will still remain where we are.
All right, Mr. Samuel Okporo-Worok, oil and gas expert, thank you very much for coming on Niger Delta today. We value your opinions on the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Well, Sifan, that is a fine place to dock on today's show. Thank you very much for sticking with us. We would, of course, be keeping you abreast of activities ahead of time as we continue to count down to the Edo polls. Thank you for being a part of the program. My name is Xavier Robert, but then don't forget you can follow our activities on adbntv.com. Sifan.
All right. Thank you.